I'm standing by with swimming and diving head coach Pat Mead during Monday's practice. Coach, first of all, let's talk about Alex Cohn. He set a school record in the 1 and 3 meter dives, and he's just a sophomore. How much improvement has he made in just his second season?
Really, he's done a tremendous job. I mean, and this really is his first year competing because he actually transferred, so he had to sit out all last year. He was able to practice, but not having to compete, not being able to compete last year, I think that held him back a little bit. But this year, having the ability to compete has motivated him tremendously. I will say he's one of our most competitive people that we've got. He does a very good job. If he doesn't hit a dive the right way, he doesn't let that fluster him. He gets right back up and gets on the boards and really nails the next dive. So it's exciting. Records are meant to be broken. Obviously, that record was there for 20-some years. We don't want records standing that long. If a record stands that long, that's sometimes an indication that the program's not moving forward. It's kind of funny. Alex made a comment on his Facebook the other day. He's proud that he had actually broken a record that stood that long, but I responded and said, well, let's hope that you break it again at CAAs and somebody else breaks it next year and the year after and the year after, so that the program really keeps moving forward. And he gets that. That's just kind of the type of kid he is. So it's exciting for the program.
Now you have 4 very good freshman swimmers on the male side, John Burr, Andy Disco, Matt Collinsworth, Matt Lowe. They all have potential to be taken to that CAA tournament team. And since they're just freshmen, how big of an experience would it be for them to be able to swim and compete in the tournament?
Well, they're going to be going as it stands right now. Somebody gets injured or sick, but they're slated to go. And I think that the biggest thing that we're looking for them is to go and actually do something very impressive. Their ability to go to that meet and actually make it back and swim at night to final, that gives them the experience to build off of for next year and the year after. It also does wonders for us, I think, when it comes to our recruiting. I think it'll send a message to our alumni that our program's moving forward. And I also think it'll be a great thing for them because those guys have actually, worked their tails off and have contributed during the dual meet season. And don't get me wrong, we want to contribute during the dual meet season, but we really and truly need to put it all together for the end of the year. That's where we want to see the payout. And I've got a great deal of confidence in those guys. I think that they're going to go, and I think people in the conference think that, yes, we're a step better. My hope is that some of those kids can go and people really look and say, oh, smokes, they're really a lot better. And that'll really be the base in which we'll try to build off of for the coming years. If you can get 4 or 5 of those guys, plus some of our upperclassmen that won't graduate, if we get a base of 6 to 8 guys, and then we've got our incoming group next year, that then is how you begin to build a program. And that's how we did on the women's side, and that's really what we're looking to try to do it on the men's side too.
Now, speaking of the women's side, everybody knows about Zernecki and Burke, that they're the real stars of the team, but it's going to take depth if you guys want to come home with another championship from the CAA. So who do you expect to step up here, not only late in the season and heading into the tournament?
Really and truly, we expect everyone to step up. The challenging part right now is actually trying to figure out which 18 are going to go. Because right now, nobody knows who's going. Yeah, sure, everyone can say Zarnecki and Burke, they're going. But, if you're going to win a championship, you've got to get to about 530, 540 points. This year might be a little bit less because of the depth of the CAA across the board. But if our relays are going to be strong, we're going to need actually, more than just 2 people doing it. We can win the dual meets with Carrie winning 3 events and Amanda and Caitlin winning 3 events, but we need people like Roland and Toey, some of the freshmen to really kind of step up. And then the other thing is our women divers. I mean, our women divers have gone undefeated this year against all CAA competition. We didn't compete against everyone. I think JMU we didn't have, and maybe Northeastern. But outside of that, our women have actually gone up, and we didn't just win, but we went 1, 2, 3. So one would think that we can actually maybe, our goal is to put 3 in the top 8, and then the other 2 to be very close, 9, 10, 11. If we get 5 women divers scoring at CAAs, that'll do a tremendous amount for us point-wise as we look to try to, win another championship. But, you definitely need people like Roland and Toey, Scherer. I mean, there's a bunch of them. I think the key thing, that will be the key to our success if we're going to win a championship. If we go and we only have Caitlin and Carrie, do their thing, we're not going to be anywhere near the top. You've got to have 12, 13, 14 swimmers getting the job done, and then your divers have got to do it too. And so we have the ability. We do have that ability. The issue is do we have that confidence as we're rolling into the meet? And if they have the confidence, then who knows, anything's possible.